Hey, Cub fans! Thanks for joining us here on Randy Talks Cubs. Cubs lost to the Braves tonight 9-2. Ran into a buzzsaw known as Max Fried. I'll walk you through all of that as well. But before we do that, a couple of loose ends. Adbert Alzolay got a second opinion on his strained forearm. And I think it's actually good news. They've diagnosed it as a flexor tendon issue. So it looks like it's going to be rest. So Adbert is going to be down for about 2 weeks just to let it heal up. So he'll be gone a while, but it's nothing that's going to require any intervention of any kind. Next thing I want to talk to you about is when the lineups come out. When Nico had that walk-off last night and he did the interview after the game, he had made the statement about how when he gets his lineup text, and I hadn't really thought about it before, but that's how the players get news of the lineup. They send out a mass text. And then I thought to myself, boy, I'd really love that mass text. I'd like to be getting into that loop somehow, because 3, 4, 5 hours before game time, I can't not check it. I don't know. Is that you guys the same way? I can't wait. So I'll check it 3 or 4 times before it's up. And it feels to me like the Cubs are usually later than the team we're playing to post their lineups. Anyway, I look forward to the lineup post. I think about it before the game, who we're gonna, who's gonna be in it, what's it look like, what's the strategy of the day. So I'm really interested in the lineup. So when I get the lineup today, I got mad. I got mad, and the reason I got mad is Nick Madrigal was hitting 8th and playing third base, and I'm so done with Madrigal that I got mad, and I'm like, am I wrong? What am I missing? Is his dad in the front office somewhere? 'Cause that's what it seems to me. It seems like the kid you have on your team, that his dad's the assistant coach, so he plays. Meanwhile, he just doesn't bring anything, and Madrigal just has avoided all these guys being sent up and sent down, and he's always there, and he's in the lineup. So I thought to myself, well, okay, it's been a while since I looked at these numbers. I want to go in and look at these numbers. So I did. I want to share those with you. This is Nick Madrigal's numbers coming into today's game. He's played in 43 games, plays a lot. 84 plate appearances. He's hitting 221. So it's not, horrendous. It's well below league average, but it's not 180, 221. His on-base percentage is only 286. He slugs 260, and he has an OPS of 545. That equates to an OPS plus of 57. So he is well below league average in all of those categories, in the categories that you would think a guy like Nick Madrigal would be good at. He's still way below. I don't get it, so I went further. He has 1 stolen base, so we know he doesn't have wheels. So here's some numbers out of his advanced numbers that I thought were they weren't telling, they were verifying, because I know what I see, and we talk about that here on the RTC a lot, about how we don't dive into stats all that much. We just do the basics. I know I do, and I think you guys too. We like the eye test. The eye test gets me close. I'm very seldom surprised when I watch a player play and look at the stat line and be surprised by it. I might not be able to guess exactly, but I'm in the ballpark. So I was just curious because I hadn't looked at Nick's. His hard hit rate is 19.1%. League average is 38.9%. So if I go, Nick doesn't hit the ball hard, you would go, yeah, he doesn't. But how not hard does he hit it? The league average is double. What about line drives? Nick hit a lot of line drives? Now, Nick's line drive rate's 19.1%, league average 24.2%. Seems like Nick hits a lot of ground balls, doesn't it? Like tonight, little number to third. Nick Madrigal's ground ball percentage is 60.3%, league average 42.2%. So everything we think is true is true. He doesn't hit the ball hard, but that's okay because he doesn't hit very many line drives, but that's okay too because he hits the ball on the ground. So Nick Madrigal hits soft ground balls. It's unbelievable. His walk rate, okay, well, he's not hitting for average. His on base percentage is low. His walk rate is half of league average. League average 8.6. Madrigal's 4.8. Oh, I know. He's good glove man, right? No, not a good glove man. He's decent. You'd say, well, he doesn't make any errors. He's not strong. He maybe gets the job done. He had an error tonight. Guys, I don't know. What? Please help me. I was mad from the time I saw the lineup, pretty much all the way through the game. And then he came up twice in situations with runners on and hit the ball softly. So I don't know, Nick Madrigal. Meanwhile, while I'm doing this research, I got madder because David Bodie hit a 3-run homer for Iowa today. Would you rather have David Bodie at third base tonight against that Max Fried? I would. I just don't get it. I'm at a loss. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But I needed to get that off my chest. All right, let's get into the game. Let me give you Max Fried's line. That'll help you. Max goes complete game, 9 innings, gave up just 3 hits, struck out 9 of us, didn't walk any of us, had the 1 earned run. Max Fried 6-0 against Cubs. He was perfect through 5. He had 7 1-2-3 innings. We just couldn't get anything going. Max Fried was fantastic. So the lineup of Nico at second base. Nico went 0 for 3. Seiya in right. Seiya looked like Seiya's been looking, 0 for 4. Lot of bad at bats. Belly was 0 for 4. Looked horrible in his last couple at bats. Christopher Morel was 0 for 3. Patrick Wizzy didn't have a chance. He went 0 for 3. Dansby went 1 for 3, had a single in the 8th. Happer went 2 for 3. Happer had a nice double in the 6th and a single in the 8th. Madrigal, of course, went 0 for 3. Madrigal's hitting .213 now. So the numbers that I just gave you, they're worse now than they were 4 hours ago. Amaya went 0 for 3. It's not a lot there. 3 hits total, no walks. We were just stymied, and I'm just gonna tip my hat to Max Fried. He was really good. Big curveball. He was nasty tonight. So I guess we'll just tip our hat to Max Fried and move on. But at the same time, we're struggling. We have been running into what I would consider to be top shelf pitchers. For the last several series, we look back on it. For whatever reason, we've been facing a ton of really good pitchers. And I know it's not really an excuse, but at the same time, we've been facing some really good mound guys. But tonight, we just got locked up, just got handled. So we didn't have a margin for error to give Justin Steele. Justin's line that he finished with isn't good. I'll give it to you there, and we'll talk about some of the details. He goes 6 1/3, gives up 5 hits, 5 runs, earned runs, had a walk, struck out 5, gave up another home run, threw 93 pitches when he got pulled in the 7th inning with 1 out, runners on first and second. Justin's ERA is up to 5.68. So it wasn't great, but I think it was better than what we have been seeing. And he goes 1-2-3 in the first, 10 pitches, 7 strikes, good first inning. He goes 1-2-3 in the second with a strikeout in 14 pitches. So first 2 innings he looked really good. Then in the 3rd inning he gives up a base hit single to Harris 2. And Harris put a good swing on a slider. I just tipped my hat to Harris. That was a good at bat by him. Then he gives up a 2-run home run to Duvall, and he tried to get up and in on Duvall with his cut and fastball. He didn't get it in. He left it middle. It was up, but Duvall was able to get extended on it, and he homered on him. So that's the 2 runs that he gave up in the 3rd. In the 4th inning, he strikes out the side. And he threw a changeup that I thought was just nasty against d'Arnaud. And so curve and changeup showed itself today with Justin Steele. He goes 1, 2, 3 in the 5th inning. He gets out of the 6th inning just with 1 hit and a walk, works his way out of it. And then the 7th inning kind of went sideways on him. So, 4, 1, 2, 3 innings and a couple innings where he worked out of some stuff. So, through the 6th inning, it was looking like a pitcher's duel between Fried and Steele. And then 7th inning, that's when it went squirrely. Arcia doubles on him, hits the ball hard. He gets Harris to tap back to him, and he throws Harris out 1-3. Then he hits Duvall. Curveball, I think, got inside, and Duvall just let it run into his guard on his elbow. And so now they've got 1st and 3rd with Short up, and Zach Short does a bunt that it's kind of between Steele and P. Wizzy at first base, and neither of them can make the play, scored a run. So they pull Steele for Quas. Quas comes in with 1 out in the 7th inning, runners on 1st and 2nd. And Quas was wild thing tonight. Ooh, yeah, he was all over the place. So he walks Acuna. Albee sacrifice fly to left. Then Ozuna homers and Olsen homers, solo job, before he strikes out d'Arnaud to get out of the 7th. Comes back in the 8th, and the two runners that Steele left for Quas both came in and scored. That's where Steele's 5 earned runs came in. So had Quas been able to get out of it, Justin would just had the 3 earned runs. Quas pitches the 8th. He gets Arcia to pop out to Madrigal. Harris doubles, gets Duvall on a pop-up to Short. Then Short reaches on an error by Nick at 3rd. And then Quas throws the wild pitch I've seen him throw. I mean, it hit the bull. I mean, it was wide left by 10 feet. He just yanked it, scored a run. So it was just a bad outing with Jose. He goes 1 2/3, 3 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned runs, a walk, a wild pitch, 2 strikeouts, 2 home runs. Jose Quas' ERA 7.43. But I got the good news. Best news of the night for me is Porter Hodge made his major league debut. We called him up, I think, a couple days ago. So he got in tonight in the 9th inning, clean 9th. And, guys, he strikes out the side in 10 pitches. So he is 1 pitch away from opening up his major league debut with an immaculate inning. And it wasn't against the bottom of the order. It was Albee, Ozuna, and Olsen. And it was just 10 fastballs, 95, 96 mile an hour gas, and none of them had a chance. So Porter Hodge looked, if I told you Porter Hodge looked good tonight, that wouldn't do it. He looked unhittable in that 1st inning. So what a great start to Porter Hodge's major league career. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what he looks like. And he's a big guy. It looks like he can reproduce that. Smooth, easy, 95, 96 mile an hour gas, little move. It looked like it had run on it. And, Albies and Ozuna and Olsen didn't like it at all. So congratulations to Porter Hodge. And we've got somebody that, looks like we may have a spark moving forward. So the other piece of good news is that Brewers lost to the Marlins tonight 1-0. So, we got tomorrow. We turned the page. Maybe we got a little of this out of our system, and we turned the page and do what we can tomorrow. As of this second, they don't have the pitchers listed. So I'm going to predict Ben Brown tomorrow, but I don't know for sure. And another little note that I had written down, we have lost the last 8 straight Steele starts, 8 or 9. So Steele wasn't horrible tonight. But that's where we are. So It was kind of tough to watch. Watching our guys struggle like they have been, especially in the middle of the order to the middle of the order guys. We didn't get anything out of 1 through 5 tonight, so a little disappointing. But we'll turn the page. We've got the series finale tomorrow, 1:20 first pitch at Wrigley, and we'll try to steal that one, take the series, and we'll move on. So that's what we've got. Guys, thanks for checking us out here in the RTC. Go Cubs, go.